Rush Limbaugh's wit and wisdom has blessed the lives of many Americans. You can hear some of that wisdom here on the James Hendricks Show. Well, guys, hello. It has been an interesting past 48 hours. I decided to suspend Wednesday's show, quite frankly, because I was just taken over by anger at what happened with the FBI raid on the Trump estate in Mar-a-Lago, Florida. Never before has that ever happened, where the FBI has been used to invade the home of a former president. What have we stooped to? You know, I remember 1994. 1994, around this time, I was getting ready to transfer from community college and the Chris Cole Rehabilitation Center in Austin, Texas. And I had just started listening to Rush Limbaugh. And I was studying broadcast journalism at the time, foolishly believing that I would use that to follow in Rush Limbaugh's footsteps. And then, over a almost 2.5 year period, August 1994 to December of 96, I discovered that, well, journalism's not interested in the truth anymore, because it's established by this reactive culture. I'm sad to say. And so that's why I want to really talk to you guys more as a public affairs consultant. First of all, it's time for that poker fart judge who ordered this raid to go, okay? It's time for a lot of these poker fart incumbents who aren't really serving the good of the country, but more the good of liberal woke ideals. It's time for them to go. In fact, there's a piece in One American News that says that, I think it's written by Abigail Alden, says that House incumbents stand the most to lose in the primaries. And that's in both parties. Now, of course, I'm lucky. The incumbent that I have that's in my district in Texas, August Pfluger, bless his heart, I've seen his action in Congress. And I've seen his frustration with the Biden administration, the Democratic Congress. He's very well loved in West Texas area. Of course, in 2020, I voted for somebody else in the primary, but now this time I'm wholly behind Pfluger. I believe he was former Air Force, served this country well, wants to do it again, so I plan on backing him in November. But a lot of these House incumbents on both sides, the ones that have gone woke and crazy and idiotic, I gotta say, it's time for them to go. And I agree. I mean, let's think about it. If they're going to portray conservative principles of common sense and proactive leadership, then they need to go down. They need to go ahead and go home. Because this is crazy crap. Okay? What Biden did, that's Kremlin Gastopo tactics. And you know what? That is going to cause his poll numbers to plummet more down. The Democrats have gone crazy. It's obvious that they have no direction. Now, let me tell you something. If there are conservative Democrats out there, which I'll tell you something, looks like they're very, very, very few. But if there are, hats off to you. But I just don't see very much of that in Washington, D.C. anyway. And there are quite a few conservative Republicans. Congratulations. But, of course, some of that has been tainted. The party's been tainted with a lot of negative, reactive crap. I don't care what your perspective is there. You're going to go in negative, reactive as a politician. Don't waste my time. Now, here's another article. President Biden had lunch with former President Bill Clinton. Now, I don't know the source, and I don't care. I just saw it this morning on the top of my news feed on Google. If I can have it. If not, I'll probably look it up. Yeah, Yahoo News. Where's the former president urged him to take credit if inflation goes down. Ooh, I think we can have a little humor. Stay tuned at the White House behind the scenes second floor lunch. Joe Biden and Bill Clinton. Thank you so much for coming. I'm really taking a hit in the polls. Listen, Mr. President, this is what I want you to do. Now, this bill you got passed, maybe it can lower inflation. If it ever does, before this November, you need to take the credit. It's good. Wake up, you sloppy Joe. Man, come on. Inflation could go way down. And when that does, I need you to take the credit. That way Democrats can keep the House and the Senate. And we can show these idiots who's boss. What's the reason? Hello? Inflation could go way down. Now listen. I agreed to have private lunch with you and consult with you. I don't want to have to call Hillary in here and here. I need you to just fudge a little. Just lie a little bit. Take some of the credit and just run with it, please. Well, okay. I need some ice cream to help. Wake me up, please. It's on its way, Mr. President. Listen, you've got to take the credit. If you don't, you're in deep trouble. You're in deep trouble. I mean, look, it don't take someone like us who has graduate degrees to see that your poll numbers have fallen. And Joe, I remember when that was happening to me in 94, I was crushed. So therefore, listen to me. You think these conservative farts want you to take the credit? Take the credit anyway, and you'll be set. We'll be set, Joe. We'll prop you up. The heck with Obama, Hillary, and I'll pick up and take up where you leave off if something happens. It's okay, just try to understand. Come on, Joe. Take a look next time at the White House behind the scenes. Oh, I have to have a little humor. But I'm not going to be on for too long, guys. I want you to know that despite those Gestapo tactics, we must fight for freedom. We must fight for freedom. And with that, I hope you enjoy listening to the James Hendricks Show. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part receiving most daily updates. It's Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, take care and God bless. You guys hang in there, okay? Tomorrow's Secret of Space Friday, and then we have one more week. I'll go on suspension and then come back with the show, maybe a little bit more embedded. You guys take care. Love you guys, and see you tomorrow.